Who's thinking about you now? If you were building a wall, or who would tear it all down and pull you through? Or who's thinking about you?
Okay, welcome. We're here up on campus today. This episode, strangely enough, is because of a comment. I'm putting up one on racism still, and the one on PTSD. Yes, I finally remembered it. Oh, and before I forget, of course, I'm your host, Josie James. One of the comments, of course, made on episode 16 was that I'm not being an American. I'm not because of what I'm doing. Well, wait a minute. What does being an American mean? As I keep put on the comment, we come from all walks of life, all religions, all creeds. That's what this country was originally about. Freedom from and for religion. There's the four freedoms. That's President Roosevelt's speech. Look it up. Okay, freedom of speech, freedom from fear, freedom from want. Okay, so what is being an American? Well, the funny thing is with me, I know to look at it, I look like an ordinary Caucasian. I'm actually a Mongol. On my mom's side of the family, we are German, English, Welsh, Apache, Cherokee, Lakota, Sioux, Japanese, and Black. Dad was adopted. What we do know about him is some type of Caucasian, Romanian, Gypsy, and some type of Indian. So eventually I will get a DNA test done just so I can see if the machine runs out of ink. Now, what I'm going to be doing here on campus today is speaking to a few people and see what they think it is to be an American. Okay, does it mean we give in to political fear-mongering? Or do we do like I do on my show and try and check out both sides of the issue and decide for ourselves? So for now, I'm going to wrap this up and I'll be interviewing people here in a moment.
Who's thinking about you now? If you were building a wall, or who would tear it all down and pull you through? Or who's thinking about you?
As you know, and backed by popular demand, of course, is Kenny, who's our veteran and college student and all-around American. So,
I'm American?
Yes, you're an American.
So I'm a slave to the system.
Okay, what is it to you to be an American?
Be a free man. You know, being able to come out here and not be judged for who you are or what you do. But at the same time, you know, walk the streets and I have to worry about being shot at and blown up. I've done that, it sucks.
Okay. Now, we are going to be doing more interviews, but Kenny just happened to be here, and I figured, well, he's interviewed before, and people seem to like him, so we're...
Oh, dear God, people like me? That is scary.
And now what you're kind of seeing probably out the camera is this little 4-year-old who wants to be interviewed. Okay, we're going to go ahead and interview him. Come here, you. Come here. Come here. Come here. You're going to be on my show. Yes, you are. Okay, what is it to be an American? You don't know? Oh, he's only 4, so we'll give him credit. Okay, you ready for you done with your 30 seconds of fame? Huh? Tickle, tickle. Okay, go on. Okay, we're going to be fighting with him during the interviews on this, so this is going to be fun. So I'll close up the segment and next interview here in a couple of seconds.
Who's thinking about you now? If you were building a wall, or who would tear it all down and pull you through? Who's thinking about you?
Okay, we're now here with another fellow Columbus State student. You are
Charles Johnson.
Okay, now as I said, the topic of this one is, what is it to be an American? So, what are your thoughts about it? What is it to be an American?
Well, to be American is like to have freedom, to have liberty, rights, do whatever the hell you want.
Well, not whatever you want.
Well, you have limitations, yes, but like when you're 18, you have more freedom than you do when you are 17 or 16. Like,
okay.
Like 18, for example, you can have cigarettes, you can have e-cigs, you can have a job at a restaurant, or places like that. Go to college, have fun, meet new friends, live life to its fullest. That's what I think it means to be an American.
Okay. Now, because part of this is also about, because of a prior episode, you won't be familiar with this, about lies that were told on my show. And I got my next episode pretty much gave Emily Boyd heck for lying on my show. What are your thoughts on that? Is that un-American?
And that's not really un-American, it's just lying. if they wanted to lie, they'll just lie. They won't give two shits about it.
Right. Because, wait a minute, now, and I just thought about this because, as I said, this is mainly because the comment was made on being un-American. What about Fox News and the lies they've been telling? Is that un-American? How about going after them next? Okay, do you have any more thoughts?
No, I don't.
Okay, and next interview coming up here in a few minutes.
Who's thinking about you now? If you were building a wall, or who would tear it all down and pull you through? Or who's thinking about?
Okay, we're back, and now another interview on what it is to be an American. You are?
I'm Matt Blair.
Okay. Now, what are your thoughts on what it is to be an American?
Well, to me, when it comes to being American, it's knowing what to do, when to do something right, when to stand up for your people. Pick anyone that's just down on their luck. Help them out whenever you can, as best you can. And if you see someone being robbed, you don't just stand there and watch. You actually, do something. Call the cops and try to help them out from being robbed.
Okay. So, you being Americans actually being human, doing the right things as a human being.
I believe it is. I mean, we're on this earth to do what's right and help out our fellow man, whenever possible.
Okay. That's an interesting viewpoint. Okay, well, thank you for your time, and I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up, and we'll have another interview here in a few seconds.
Who's thinking about you now? If you were building a wall, or who would tear it all down and pull you through? Or who's thinking about you?
What? Not again. Here we go with him trying to be a little camera hog.
Maxwell.
That's a true American right there. He's trying to be a little camera hog. Okay, Max, go on over there, do your mommy.
Finish calling people.
Very well from the famous American, right?
Right. Okay. We're back again. Josie James here, and I'm with
Matt Jordan.
Matt Jordan. Okay. Now, as I said, the question today has been, what do you think it is to be an American?
Overall, America, we're known as the melting pot. We're known nationally for being very diverse, but at the same time, that's what holds us together. So, I guess if you have to put it down to it, being American is all about being a contradiction and being okay with it. Look at every person here is different, but yet we're all the same because of our differences, and we're one of the few nations that are founded on being different, as opposed to being the same. And I guess when it comes down to it, being American is all about being a contradiction and not being afraid to be contradicted.
Okay, well, I like that. I do like that. Because Lord knows, apparently, I've always been a contradiction in terms. So, okay. Well, this is Josie James. One more interview, and I'm going to see if I get some more. So, hopefully here in a few seconds more, as I said, another interview. And thank you again.
Who's thinking about you now? If you were building a wall, or who would tear it all down and pull you through? Or who's thinking about you?
Okay, and we're back, and I have a new interview here again. And your name, ma'am?
Tamar Gillespie.
Okay, now, well, as I told you a little bit before I started the camera, this episode's about what it is to be an American. So what are your thoughts on what it is to be an American?
What it is to be an American. I would like to say free, but unfortunately, everything that it means to be American, America contradicts. Basically, freedom of speech, freedom to do, what you like, but at the end of the day, they won't let gay people get married. You know what I mean? But I thought it was land of the free, but it's land of the free if you're the same religion that they want you to be. So, I'm happy that I live in America. I wouldn't want to be, in a country overseas or anything like that. But, to be an American, I'm proud, but we still have a lot of work to do.
Exactly.
So, I really don't have a definition of what it means to be an American. It just means to be different. But unfortunately, America, they only allow it to be different, you know, to what they want.
No, with that, I'm actually going to call that on the conservatives. Oh, no. And real quick historical note, a lot of this actually started in the 1950s with what's called McCarthyism, where they were trying to dictate what it was to be an American, and if you weren't what their standards were, you were obviously a communist or a red. You know, the funny thing is that if I remember correctly, Lucille Ball was brought up on the Un-American Committee's thing, and who defended her? Her husband, who wasn't even an American
Exactly.
citizen. And as he put it, the only thing read about her was her hair, and that came out of a bottle.
Okay.
So, thank you for your interview.
You're welcome.
Okay, and we'll have some more interviews here in a second.
Who's thinking about you now? If you were building a wall, or who would tear it all down and pull you through? Well, who's thinking about you?
And as I said, one more interview. I'm gonna put this on before the ending, so that which I already shot. Talking about shooting out of sequence. This is Logan, and now mind you, he wants to do this in a Scottish accent. So I'm gonna let him get away with this just this once, because he's not really lying, and we know how I feel about liars. He's just trying to have fun with this. So you, Mr. Logan,
Boy,
okay, what is it to you to be an American?
well, to tell the truth, this country is fucked up beyond all rational belief. The economy's gone down the shitter, and everything's wrong, and people are losing faith in the country, and that, in my opinion, is
Well, you,
what
you
it
don't
means
think
to be American
the current president, Mr. Obama, who's really working his butt off to get things straightened out?
absolutely here.
After all, real quick, to those of you who do watch my show, the deficit is at the lowest it's been in years. Okay, he hasn't run rampant with spending. He's actually reduced our deficit severely. And all he's asked for is a little help, and the conservatives want to get funky about it. So, but what is it to be an American? And this time, let's go with your real voice.
Well, it's not, people have a misconception that to be a good American is to have faith in your government. Well, the government, no matter how hard they work or what they do, they can please one group of people, but it's absolutely impossible to please every single person. That's an impossibility.
Well, some people want to step on the rights of other people.
Exactly. It's human nature to disagree and to have your own opinion. So it's impossible to please absolutely everyone. Unfortunately, in making one decision that will help a large group of people, there's another large group of people that are getting sort of silenced. They may get the bitter end of the stick. They may get the bitter end of the deal.
Okay. So, well, bring up another topic on this, even though this is...
Hang on. So, however, it's not so much the government that you need to have faith in. It's the people. Because our government derives its power from the people it governs. We are the basis of power. It may not always seem like it. It may seem like a lot of us are silent, a lot of us don't have rights, but we do.
Okay.
So the truth to being a good American is not to have trust in the government, it's to have trust in your country. To have trust that the country knows what is best for it.
Okay.
That we as American citizens know what we are doing and what we want.
Okay. Now, I'm going to bring up an interesting quote on this. And I can't remember who said it, but I do remember seeing the quote. People shouldn't fear their government. The government should fear its people. Okay. But now, so
V for Vendetta, if I'm not mistaken.
yeah, but he's actually taking it from
He's
something
actually
else.
taking it from the quotes of John Locke.
Oh, okay.
He's taking it from...
I know the quotes, but I can't always quote who quoted what. So it's quotes. Okay. Well, thank you for interviewing. Logan's actually a fellow student here, and so, this is the first time I've gotten him in front of the camera. I want to get him in front of the camera in other ways, but he won't hold still. And now it's back on. Okay, well, so this is it for today. I don't think I'm going to be doing any more interviews, and I've already shot the ending, but this is the end of this interview part. So, thank you for watching.
Who's thinking about you now? If you were building a wall, or who would tear it all down and pull you through? Or who's thinking about you?
Okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up today. I think I've got enough interviews in the can, so to speak. So, what is it to be an American? Now, we've heard it means to be different, it means to be allowed to be different, and it means to be allowed to be yourself. So, I think it breaks down to here in the United States, and it's still a fight, it's still a struggle, because we've got those who want it their way. To me, an American, we still have to strive and fight for freedom, even here in the United States of America. Does being an American mean that you're Native American? Or Indian, as it's been called? And, oh no, I've got a little camera hog here. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and hold him up real quick. But here's what it is to be an American. Be this guy. Young, full of hope, and planning on a future. Now, he has no plans for a future. He just wants to be. And I think that's what we all have to think about. Is that's what it means to be an American. And still trying to camera hug, so I'm going to hand him over to his mom real quick. There she goes. Got him. So this is Josie James, and I might have one more interview here in a second, but this will be the ending of it, and I'll see if I put in the other interview. So thank you for listening, and as I said before with my show, think. Take a look at both sides of the topic and decide for yourself what's the right answer. Don't listen to some big-mouth idiot, especially not me, trying to tell you what it is. Be yourself. Decide on the topics. This is Josie James.
Who's thinking about you now? If you were building a wall, or who would tear it all down and pull you through? Or who's thinking about you